2, 1. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the TopCup podcast, a weekly conversational podcast where two buds talk out their butts and fill your cups with Sprite Evolution.
Sprite Evolution.
Sprite Evolution. I am your host, John Oivitas, joined by my co-star, Daniel Arroyo. And
Wait. There we go.
Why?
You'll get it.
Is it because, like...
Just keep going.
It made me lose right there in train of thought. Right. Well, if you're joining us, thank you. If you like what you see, you're probably watching us on YouTube because that's the only place where we put these things. But if you want to just listen to us and not, just watch, well, you can find us on all podcasting platforms such as Spotify and Apple and Google and all the other ones that are covered by Buzzsprout because that's who we use.
You can also find us on Buzzsprout, topcup.buzzsprout.com.
Are they an actual podcasting thing? I thought they just send out.
No, we have a webpage. We pay for it. I pay for it.
You say that so I pay for it. And I'm like, do we want to start comparing the bills? I will show you Adobe. What was I getting at? Right. So yeah, if you like what you see and all that, you can follow us on all major podcasting platforms and over here on YouTube. And if you want to follow us individually, keep up with us on social media, you can find us at TopCup Vids.
TopCup
Vids on most of them, or
on
is that
all
only
of our social media platforms?
On all social media platforms, or individually at John Avitas, or what?
Let's save it for the last.
The social things?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
all at the end. And now we have to cut this, John.
You and your fucking animations. Fine.
We usually do it at the end anyway.
I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be doing it both. I think that's what we were supposed to do. But then we just keep forgetting to do it in the beginning. God. We could also find us on. You saw the little clip at the beginning of this video. That was a mistake. Yeah. But however, you can find us on Twitch.
Fuck it, we did it live.
At TopCup Games. We don't have anything there right now.
Yeah.
But maybe, when Extra Life comes around, well, once everything's done in the new set, when it's all more consistent and it's easier, maybe we could stream while recording.
That'd be cool. Get your bits.
Other than that, today is a teacup episode, primarily because he has one subject to talk about, and it is all on the brand new, I don't want to say movie, Abomination? Is that a better term? Mistake. On the new Mistake coming from Pokemon.
That's my turn.
I don't know. Are you trying to do? Oh. It sounded like you were trying to clear your throat like the dun 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 dun. But yeah, for reference, it's Pokemon Mew-Two Strikes Back Evolution. The CGI version. It's brand new. It is what it is. Daniel, you can talk about how you felt about that.
Yes,
movie.
Quite. Yes. So that movie. Oh, that movie. I have a lot to say about that movie. And only presumably 32 minutes to say it. So, Mew-Two Strikes Back Evolution. The recreation,
Iteration?
Master? Reiteration,
It's
I guess.
like a remaster, I guess.
it's a weird retelling of Pokemon the first movie, which was Mew-Two Strikes Back. The greatest Pokemon movie of all time, arguably. And
I mean, to be fair, the grades are like 3.
yeah.
You have like three. You have like three movies to choose from.
Yeah. Greatest of all time at the time.
At the time.
But
Currently.
it is a very big cornerstone for most Pokemon fans.
Honestly. As of recording.
It is a very big cornerstone for most Pokemon fans because it is, in fact, Pokemon the first movie. And I believe, if I am correct, it is the first time we ever see Mewtwo in an animated incarnation. Whereas before, he was just Pokemon, I believe, number
101.
101.
Isn't he?
Somewhere there.
Somewhere around there.
He breaks the hundreds.
He's in there.
Yeah. And you just see him as a little sprite. And he's, you find him in a cave. He's cool. Everybody's terrified to fight Mewtwo, but it's also like, yeah, Mewtwo. That's what you save your Master Ball for.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, everyone's terrified to fight him. Like, dude, I have to fight him. Like, no, you don't. You just go in.
Your Master Ball.
You just go in. The thing's over in 30 seconds. Bam, done. All right, peace. But just FYI, if I wanted to, my Charizard could wreck him.
Yeah. So, yeah, Mewtwo, fucking probably the greatest character ever made for Pokemon because he actually has character. God damn, do they not cover it in this movie? Oh man, I have a lot to say and I'm getting heated in here. So, do we address the before time?
You can, if you want, yeah.
Okay, so we did this already, but we fucking lost the episode because the audio went to complete shit for some reason. It was fantastic, but here we are.
It's a running theme apparently.
Doing it again.
When Daniel has like a whole rant video when he covers a movie, the first time always gets fucked up. Granted, we only have two bits of data for this, but like so far it's a trend. Yeah. To be fair though, we're saving you in a way. Most of the time he's recapping scene for fucking scene.
Because it matters. Oh my God, and I am down to about 30 minutes. Okay,
exactly,
so
good.
Here we go. Pokemon. We start with Mew in the middle of a lake.
Oh my God.
But no, so let's break down into the thirds, I guess. So first third of this movie, it's all about Mewtwo. Is it a third? It's less than a third, actually. But beginning of this movie, we started with Mewtwo's birth, really, and we go through this thing. Mew's being cute, playing hide and seek with the humans. They don't know that they're there, and just looking like a precious little nugget, because that's what Mew is.
Precious little nugget.
It's a perfect precious little nugget, and everybody loves Mew. But then these fuckers are like, you know what's better than Mew? Mewtwo. Let's make Mewtwo, bitches. And how the fuck are we gonna do that? That Pokemon's legendary and possibly extinct. Well, we found a fossil of Mew, and we're gonna clone that bitch. And who knows how many iterations we've gone through to get to Mew-Two. And we cut to Mewtwo.
Does that mean Mew reproduces?
How so?
You said a fossil.
Yeah.
Like a dead?
It's like a hair fossil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking
not
like
bones.
I was thinking like, yeah, well, yeah. I was thinking like its ancestor or some shit. Jesus. Like a dead ancestor. So that's why I'm like.
Mew just molts.
He molts. Dude, imagine every single time he transforms.
Oh God.
It's like a molting thing. You just walk by, you see like a Growlithe, but like it's like just skin. God, that's.
Oof.
But isn't Ditto supposed to be a failed experiment as well?
Yeah, Ditto's a failed experiment to clone Mew, and it's somehow like apparently Ditto fucks.
I feel like that's a missed opportunity when they created Mewtwo, like to have that lab overrun with little tiny Dittos as well.
Maybe the scientists were Dittos. We don't know this.
We would know their eyes.
I mean,
they'd be creepy.
Sunglasses.
I guess. Yeah. Anyways, keep going.
Anyway, so. Mewtwo wakes up in this fucking pod full of goo and is like, where am I? And they're just like, you're in a lab and we created you. And he's like, you created me? And he's like, we created you for Mew. And she's like, who the fuck's Mew? Mewtwo is you, and I'm like, I'm Mewtwo, and it's like, yeah, but you know,
I'm only been alive for like a minute, but I'm already getting a sense that you're very pretentious.
Yeah, I can feel it. It might be the hair.
I'm getting some bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes, man.
By bads.
By bads. So there's gonna be a lot of comparing and contrasting between the first movie and this remake, because the first movie was perfect and this remake took everything that was perfect about the first movie and just said the hell with it. So first part right here is like Mew wakes up and it's like, well, we wanted to make a clone of Mew, and he's like, I'm a clone. The one thing that the new movie made really good was that Mewtwo started questioning more things in this, because I guess they just had time with all the cut lines that made it awesome. But he was like, is Mew my father? Is Mew my mother? Is Mew my parent? Like,
what is Mew to me?
What is Mew? Am I a human? Am I a Pokemon? Like, what's going on? They're like, you're neither human nor Pokemon. He's like, the fuck does that mean? Am I God? Am I a kami? But no, so in that's
well, he wouldn't be a god because a god is Arceus, but Arceus is a Pokemon.
Pokegod?
Pokegod. Yeah, I guess like how like Super Saiyan God. It's not really a god.
He's just super powerful.
Yeah.
Weird.
Even though they surpass him multiple times, so is he really even whatever?
So in the first movie,
Pokemon with the power of gods.
It was a shorter. In the first movie, it was a shorter conversation, but still the same gist of like, am I a human or a Pokemon? And like, we created you. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna peace out. See you guys. And so he blows his fucking tube open and then starts destroying the lab. And the best part of this scene is the professor saying, we dreamt of creating the world's strongest Pokemon, and we succeeded. And there's so much weight to that scene, and everything's on fire, and he knows he's gonna die.
By the way, like this is like the last time Pokemon get, well, not the last. These first three movies
super fucking dark.
Were like actually dark, and then they realized, wow, let's not do this.
And they deal with heavy fucking
to like their discredit, I guess, because like the dark made. See, that's the thing. I think, well, they're like, hey, these movies need to be for children. We can't make them dark. It's like, yeah, but the dark kind of adds weight to the movie. Otherwise, and it's like, all right, peace, guys. Thanks for creating me. Or it's like, no, I'm mad that you created me. Now you're going to die because you fucked with shit that you shouldn't have. And, I don't know. It just, whatever.
It's cool because in the exec room, they're like, okay, I'm sorry. You're telling me this Mewtwo, this Mewtwo breaks out of his tube and kills his creators. Yes. How many people were in this lab? 15, 20, give or take. So,
at least in the room.
At least in the room alone. Okay. So I guess that's not bad. It's like, oh, he destroys the whole complex. It's like, how many people were in this complex? We just won't show it.
Probably at least 100.
So this thing has already Mewtwo.
Mewtwo, right?
This thing has already killed dozens of people. And we want to promote this to children. It's like, yes, no. It's like, but just hear me out. He's badass.
He's really badass.
Like, how badass? You'll see.
You'll see.
So, on to the part where you'll see. So, Mewtwo kills everybody in the lab. We wanted to create the strongest Pokemon. We succeeded. There's so much energy and like just desperation in that. But there's also just this level of acceptance of, I'm going to die because of this monster that I created.
And like, we probably maybe fucked up.
Yeah, we probably just fucked the world right now.
Yeah, it's like, we created this strong, like the weight of it is like we wanted to create the strongest Pokemon and we succeeded. But like when he says like we succeeded, it's like, and we did. But like we also kind of just brought ruin, potential ruin, because of how powerful this guy's gonna be. So it's just like, ooh, like I don't know, it just gives you those willies, But anyways,
fuck. It's not letting me open up my thing.
Why is your phone being so dumb?
I don't know.
First, it can't show colors.
Shut up. Anyway, so Mewtwo breaks out of this thing. He lands on this island by himself. At this point, they contacted their boss, the leader of Team Rocket, which is Giovanni. Giovanni comes, picks up Mewtwo. He's like, come with me if you want to live. Mewtwo's like, bitch, the fuck do I need you for? He's like, I can teach you how to control your powers. And he's like, this is kind of weird. Yeah, sure, why not? So he goes, puts him in a weird suit, which is where they kind of digress as well, because the suit looks fucking stupid as shit. And it's definitely made to sell toys. Mewtwo in the original movie looked bad fucking ass.
Oh yeah, you look like a mecha or metal.
Yeah, you did not want to fuck with this guy. But either way, the point still stands that Mewtwo's like, this suit suppresses my powers.
He looks around.
You're
like,
yeah.
I look like Toonami.
Toonami.
I look like the dude. I look like I'm about to introduce the next episode of Naruto. What the fuck?
So he's like, you say this is supposed to help me, but but I can feel it suppressing my psychic abilities. And Giovanni's like, in the first one, he's like, chill. It's supposed to help you, just get control of it. We'll take it off later. And in this movie, he's like, of course it is. The fuck you think I'm just gonna let you run around full power? The fuck, bitch? And he's like, you know what? Whatever. I'll just deal with it. He goes, catches a bunch of Tauros. He just fucks Gary up his stupid ass and just a bunch of other people. Then eventually he just kind of gets tired of this shit and he's like, what is my purpose? And he's like, Giovanni's like, you're made for me. You're my Pokemon. And he's like, I'm your master. He's like, my master? I thought we were partners. He's like, bitch, the fuck? I never said that. And Mewtwo's like, well, fuck you too. And he starts trying to break out. This new suit in the new movie like clamps him down, like magnetizes his feet together and stuff. But I guess Giovanni just doesn't realize that Mewtwo doesn't need his hands to fuck shit up. So he just kind of like busts out of the suit. And this is probably the first extremely powerful expression of Mewtwo's character. This character that we've only known for all of maybe 5-6 minutes. And he starts saying, like, after he starts breaking shit, Giovanni's like, you need to chill. And he's like, nah. Giovanni's like, Mewtwo's like, I'm neither a human nor a Pokemon. And in the original movie, he goes on to say, I'm a Pokemon that was created by humans, and now my creators have used and betrayed me. So now I stand alone. Such a fucking great line. And in the new movie, they just get rid of it completely, and it's fucking wild.
And you have to also like imagine or remember that like the voice actor for the original Mewtwo was really fucking good. So when he said these like really cool lines, he fucking sold them. Like you felt that he was like really deep and like kind of like slightly menacing, like just kind of like I stand alone kind of shit, and you're like, ooh, fuck.
Yeah. Like normally you'd be like, who the fuck talks like that? But like coming from Mewtwo, it's God, everything's just getting destroyed around him. Shit's like there's electricity and fire and darkness and stuff. And then Giovanni's freaking the fuck out because he's gonna die right now. Somehow he still makes it out, but Mewtwo just kind of blasts through the top of the roof, starts flying away. There's this cool scene where all of his armor is just flaking off of him. And it's just like his helmet. Then he lands on the island where the lab used to be, and drops his helmet. And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna make shit happen." And then he goes, and you get the Pokemon title screen and shit. Then from there we move on to Ash. Ash, he's on this fucking cliff with Brock and Misty, which was great to see them again, honestly.
Yeah.
Because
so this is like the whole like journey to Mewtwo kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're getting to the main story, which is Ash. He gets in this battle with this one fucking dude. The random credits start rolling. Ash kicks his ass.
You need to show him like they always start off with like Ash like battling something or like doing something with someone like Squirtle.
While the theme of this movie is playing and Ash is just looking good. Team Rocket spying on them, and little do we know, there's this Fearow with a camera going around like a drone and just spying on people and being a creep. So this Fearow watches Ash's battling, and we cut back to Mewtwo in his lair with his companion, I guess you would call her at this point.
Yeah, right now.
So his companion, and he's basically like, I want them. And she's like, good choice, sir. Send out the Dragonite. Cool. Dragonite, being boss as fuck, being derpy as all shit. In the original movie, he's like, you know, he doesn't sound that dumb. But in this movie, gate pops open. He like, because he has this cute little messenger bag, and he's like tightening his messenger bag. He's like, okay, cool. And he's like, wah.
Out of all Pokemon, because they're all saying Pika and Boba, but for some reason Dragonite can only go wah.
So he dives, goes over the water, looks bad as shit.
Powerful as all fuck.
Powerful as all hell. Ash is trying to eat and shit. This Dragonite just goes and just his fucking in the wake of his flying just blows everything over.
All they hear is wow.
So Dragonite blows everybody over. Everybody's on the ground. There's this cute little moment where a Squirtle, because he's a turtle, just on his back, can't flip over, and Bulbasaur goes and nudges him over on his feet. And he's like, I miss you guys. Ash gets this invitation, and this is where we see another difference between the first movie, because in the first movie, the woman in the invitation, the hologram, is very, very just empty-eyed, very straightforward, no emotion in her voice. Then this one was like, hey, dude, my Master Mewtwo wants you to participate in whatever the fuck.
It's like
it's not that eccentric, but it's like, hey, you're a really good trainer. My master would like to battle you.
It's like the first one, you can tell, oh, something's not right.
Yeah, something ain't right about this shit.
She possesses all hell. But like this one is like those alphabet aerobics one. Like, hey, dude, like we're about to go battle. My master wants you and your Pokemon to come and fight us. Let's go.
RSVP, and I'll see you soon. It's like, God.
And it like goes away with a little twinkle little star.
Yeah. So Ash accepts the RSVP because, of course, gets back to Dragonite. He's like, but in this one, he's like, and he flies away. Team Rocket stops him with this random fucking frying pan that they have, and
yeah, somehow they're able to just go, bah, and just like
fucking cheese a Dragonite.
Just fucking hold them there. That
God. The invitation falls out. They find out where the fuck they're going. We cut to them at this shipyard where there's a bunch of people that got invited to what is called New Island, where Mewtwo's having the tournament meeting thing, whatever. And they actually have the original characters' voices, as far as I can tell, which is really cool. And this is where we get a bit that in the original movie plays very importantly at the end of the movie, where this shipyard person that oversees everything, she's like, I've never seen a monsoon like this. This is a monsoon of legend. This, something about the tears of Pokemon healing people that were hurt and stuff. And in the new movie, we never get this.
Which when you're watching that in the original, you're just like, huh?
Yeah, it's just like very corny, and it's like, okay, I mean, I guess it's some exposition, but you're fucking 7, you don't know what exposition is, so you just go with it. You're just like, yeah, cheers of Pokemon. That's a weird thing to say, but cool. In this one, they don't do it, and it really fucks them in the end, which we'll get to. Excuse me. Anyway, so Officer Jenny's right there, and she's like, y'all need to chill. And they're like, fuck you, we're going to New Island with our Pokemon. And it's like, hey, if you go out there with your Pokemon and they get hurt, you're fucked because Nurse Joy got kidnapped. And they're like, what? Brock sees a flyer, and he's like, my gosh, she's beautiful. Brock, she got kidnapped. Chill the fuck out. And so anyway, these fucking guys just like bust through the door, and they're like, Gyarados, Pidgeot, other fucking Pokemon that I can't remember right
Lapras?
now. I think it's a Dugong.
No.
Anyway, yeah, so they go out into these fucking crazy waters, and Ash is like, let's fucking do it. Missy's like, dude, none of our Pokemon will survive that. And then that's when Team Rocket comes up in disguise with an updated spiel this time. Now they're just in a Lapras paddle boat singing stupid show tunes instead of setting up for a Minnesota Vikings joke. So anyway, they're on the water. A big wave takes them out.
Which is like a plus for you, right?
Yeah. They're on the water. The big wave takes them out. All the costume from Team Rocket drifts away in the ocean. And then they're like, Team Rocket. And they're like, no shit.
When are we not here?
Then everybody gets separated. Missy throws out her Staryu because she's a fucking water gym Pokemon leader.
I don't know why she wouldn't have had like most of these
Gyarados or something.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so anyway, Brock's just fucked because he just has nothing but ground Pokemon. And Ash is just an idiot. But he sends out a Squirtle. They all get together. They all end up on New Island.
Yeah, I could just imagine fucking Gyarados, fucking Wailord, fucking Kyogre, Ash, Bulbasaur. My bad. Squirtle. Sorry. Squirtle. And then like Squirtle comes up like, all right, let's go. What's up?
Oh my God.
Like looks at what they have to do, what everyone's choosing to deal with this, and he just looks at Ash like, bruh, the fuck? Look at what these fuckers need for this shit. Notice the discrepancy in power and size. You think I can survive this?
I'm a turtle.
And a small one at that.
I can survive this. I can't help you survive this. Anyway, they end up on New Island, and they get on this pier, and that's where the creepy mystery woman shows up. And it's like, your RSVP? They're like, damn straight. Gives them the RSVP. And then Brock's like, I knew it. You're Nurse Joy. And she's like, the fuck you talking about? And he's like, you're the Nurse Joy that got kidnapped. And I'm Pervinon. I took your flyer.
I just go like, how could you possibly? I can smell one a mile away.
Nurse Joy a mile away. That's creepy, Brock. Especially since you're the oldest person in this group of children. Anyway, so moving on, she takes him up. She's like, my master is ready for you. We'll take you with the other.
Is that how she sounds in this one?
Not in this one. She's like, let's go see the other people, guys. It's like, okay, Margarita. So they get up there.
Who wants shots?
So they get up there, and all the other trainers that survived the journey. Let's sit on that for a while. Which is like 3 other trainers with a bunch of their Pokemon. They all have their Pokemon out and stuff. They're just chilling. No food, no shots, no margaritas. They're just chilling. So everybody's there, and they're like, the water is nothing for my Gyarados. And they're like, yeah, my Dugong survived somehow. And it's like, yeah, there was nothing too big for my Pidgeotto here in the original movie when it's very clearly a Pidgeot. And I say that and it sounds kind of like oh my God, not everybody knows a Pokemon. Not everybody's a fucking loser and a nerd. It's like, well, if you fucking play Pokemon, there's a very distinct difference.
And if you're the one in charge of making the fucking show, you should probably fucking name your Pokemon right. I just like the idea. It was no problem for my Gyarados or my Dugong. Ash comes over. My Squirtle survived. What then, bitch?
That's some pretty great Pokemon.
I'm a pretty good fucking trainer if you ask me.
But do your Pokemon have sick fucking glasses?
Squirtle squash.
Deep cuts, man. Deep cuts. Anyway, but in this new movie, they made a lot of corrections, and the fucking Pidgeotto correction was one of them that was definitely needed. But everybody's chilling, and there's a weird throwaway line about Gyarados being a really challenging Pokemon to have, and then he just gets his ass handed to him in a minute. So then all the lights go out, and everybody's like, what's going on? And then the weird Nurse Joy maiden character is like, and now to introduce you to my master, the strongest Pokemon trainer alive, Mew-Two. And he comes down in this crazy fucking beam of light, and he just looks sick as shit, and he drops down. Both movies do it incredibly well. Still can't be the first movie, all I'm saying. Then he comes down and they're like, he's a Pokemon. Pokemons can't be master Pokemon trainers. And he's like, bitch.
Says who?
Step up, motherfucker. Let's see who's got it. So he comes and this fucking arrogant ass guy is like, Gyarados, Hyper Beam, and Mewtwo's just like, psh. And then he's like, he blocked Gyarados' Hyper Beam, and he's like, yeah, bitch, you're next. And he goes and just throws him over into the water with his Gyarados.
That's why I knew it was why.
And then he's like, try to come at me, bro, but let's go to this Pokemon stadium that I made for some reason, even with stands that fit thousands of people and stage lights.
Even though there's like 20 of you.
That's including the Pokemon. So as this is happening, Team Rocket is working their way through the sewer systems, and Mew's just like, meow, meow, meow. Around,
it's like fucking
around Meowth. And Meowth's just a dumbass, so he can't understand cat, apparently, even though he's a cat.
You can know every single language of Pokemon except that one.
True, yeah. What if every voice of every Pokemon together just comes out as meow?
Maybe. Maybe.
It's just saying it so fast that it just sounds like meow. But it's really like
no, it's a woo.
So Mew's just fucking with Meowth, just teleporting out of line of sight and stuff, and they're just
as Mew normally does.
As Mew does, because it's a playful Pokemon. It's very cute and it's a perfect little nugget. So we go back to Mewtwo, introducing him to this fucking badass stadium that he made, and he's like, "Yeah, I made it by myself. What's up? Do some. How'd I make the light bulbs? Don't ask. They sell them in bulk at Costco." But yeah, and then Team Rocket finds this laboratory that looks very, similar to the laboratory that Mewtwo was created in. And there's these pods with these final evolutions of the starter Pokemon. So we got Blastoise, we got Venusaur, we got Charizard. They got these sick ass like battle paint, like they look like Rambo and shit, much like John, but if he had like paint on his face. And then they start coming out, and Mewtwo shows his Pokemon, and they're like, "What Pokemon are you gonna battle with?" He's like, "I have my own Pokemon." And they come, and they're just looking sick as shit, and he's like, "I have my own starters, much like the rest of you started, And he's like, "But mine are more powerful clones." And they're like, "Clones? What?" And so the clones start, and they start battling, and oddly enough, everybody in this trainer group has one of the starter Pokemon in their final evolution. And Ash just has all of the starter Pokemon, just one of them in the final evolution.
Yeah.
So everybody goes one-on-one with their clone counterpart, gets their asses whooped. Charizard comes out, and Ash is like, "Yeah, Charizard." And Charizard's like, I'm sorry for that, John.
Jesus.
But he just immediately attacks Mewtwo, and he's like, "Your Charizard is poorly trained." And you're like, damn.
I would just be like, no, my Charizard knows what's up.
You don't fuck around.
You don't fuck around. He doesn't go 1, 2, 3. He just goes God. And that's it. Like, fuck it. Boom. Super Saiyan. Let's go.
So Charizard just lets off an attack, and he gets his ass handed to him by the other Charizard with a 6 seismic toss. I'll give him this in the new movie. 6 seismic toss. And the 3D animation kind of kicks in really well with these battle scenes, because the Pokemon look amazing, their attacks look amazing, except with the exception of Rapidash. It just looks like a shitty animation. Honestly, I'm sorry. I'm sure work was put into it, but God, there had to be something else. Had to have been something else.
They were like, we wasted a lot of the budget on that one seismic toss. Fuck it, Rapidash. Who cares?
Fuck her. Rapidash is going down. I'm sorry.
No one cares about Rapidash anyways.
So after everybody gets their asses handed to him, Mewtwo's like, "Now to claim ultimate prize, your Pokemon." And just kind of makes these dark, sick looking Pokeballs appear out of thin air, because that's just, he's God apparently. And then they all start attacking the Pokemon, sucking them up and stuff. And they're like, "No, our Pokemon." And Ash is like, "I got an idea. They can't take our Pokemon if they're in their Pokeballs." And then the fucking Pokeballs come and just snatch up the Pokeballs. And you're just like, how does this work?
And then meanwhile, Missy in the background is just like, "I have a better idea.
let's just hide my Pokemon, my favorite Pokemon, in my bag. And then Psyduck's just there like, fine. like Misty, no.
And then she like runs.
In the original movie, she runs like she puts Togepi in a backpack. She's like, "Stay quiet, okay?" And then she puts the bag on her back, and she just abandons Psyduck. And he's like, "Sigh."
You just see Missy look back. It gets really dark. You're dead to me.
And then Psyduck gets sucked up. And Missy's like, Psyduck! And Psyduck's like, fuck you! You abandoned me! But in this movie, it's like she just turns around and is like hiding, like looking around the corner, and a Pokeball flanks her out, takes Psyduck. And then she's like, Psyduck! And this Psyduck's like,
You tried.
You tried. You could have picked me up, but you tried.
You could have put me in there, but whatever. Maybe put your Pokeballs in there.
Yeah. So everybody's bailing out. At this point, Mewtwo was like looked at his Nurse Joy kidnappee, and it was just like, you have no use for me anymore. And boop, gives her mind back, and she comes out and she's like, what the fuck happened? And Brock's like, God, you're beautiful. And Missy's like, Brock, I will chop your dick off and feed it to my Psyduck.
It's like, Brock, not the time.
Not the time, bro. So we just pick up, everybody's running away and shit. At this point, Pikachu's just getting swarmed by these Pokeballs and just trying to attack him up. And
clearly doing like the best at evading all these fucking Pokeballs.
So he's like just bouncing off tables and chairs and shit. And then he goes up the spiral staircase thing, which wasn't a staircase in the original movie, which made sense with all the slipping and stuff. And it looked greased and everything. And it just made more sense. But now it's a staircase. Everybody's running up. Pikachu's like, choo! Run. Choo! Okay. And then at this point, Ash is running up the staircase too. Fucking slips off like a dumbass.
Which again doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense in this movie, but anyway, he's running. Pikachu takes a nosedive off the fucking top of the spiral thing because he's dying. He's just tired. Ash, again, no regard for his life, just dives after Pikachu. The first trend of many of these dives. Dives after Pikachu into this water. Pikachu on the way down gets sucked up. What was that? Pikachu gets sucked up by a Pokeball. Ash is like, no, Pikachu! And he grabs Pokeball, hits the water, loses the Pokeball because he sucks. Climbs out of the pool of water. These Pokeballs are getting sucked into this thing. Dives after it. Again, no regard for his life.
Could have easily gotten squished.
Yeah,
or cut in half.
Like a weird sorting area where like there's spikes involved or fire or something, you know? But no, just dives the fuck in. Grabs his Pokeball in the cloning machine as it's successfully cloning Pikachu, but just successfully breaks shit. Sees Team Rocky's like, I don't got time for your shit. They're like, we don't even know what's going on. Grabs Pikachu. Pikachu pops out. But at the same time, Team Rocket is just like looking at the screen and they're like, who's that Pokemon? Alakazam! Which in the original movie, they're like, Alakazam, but it's actually a Scyther, so another thing they fix. Then they see all these Pokemon just getting spat out of these cloning chambers and they're just bailing out and they're like, okay, so what the fuck? But Ash is able to free all the captured Pokemon. And then Mewtwo is at the stage and everybody's like, what are we doing? He's like, oh shit, you're here, right? Opens the doors and he's like, you guys can go if you can survive. He's like, I'm gonna take this bitch over. I'm gonna make sure it's a safe place for Pokemon to live. You guys can go back to your world, but that's pending your survival. And they're like,
survival pending.
They're like, you're a dick. He's like, I can kill you right now. But then in the original movie, you see the explosion and all the clone Pokemon come out and Mewtwo's like, my clones. And then in this movie, he's like, what was that? What was that? And then all the clone Pokemon come out and he's like, oh, cool. Who let you out? And then Ash comes out and he's like, you can't do this. I won't let you, coming out of the smoke with all these OG Pokemon. And he's looking sick as shit. and now Mewtwo has his army of Pokemon, and then these people have their Pokemon now, and then Ash does the as he used to and runs straight at Mewtwo again, full disregard for his fucking health and safety. Runs straight at Mewtwo. Mewtwo is like, he fucking throws him at a tower, and Ash surprisingly gets caught by a bubble, and it's Mew, and Mewtwo's like, Mew, and Ash is like, who? And then you just see a Shadow Ball, which does not look as menacing as it should, which is really sad. It's a big letdown, guys. Shadow Ball looks so much better in the original, but it comes out of nowhere, almost hits Mew. Actually, does it hit Mew? Oh, one misses, one hits, makes contact, but then Mew just throws it back.
Yeah, Mew's just like, I don't think there's a single movie or show or episode where Mew ever like gets fucked up.
No,
he's just like brushes off at anything and everything. So that I'm just like, can Mew ever lose?
Who knows? Because Mew got blasted into the clouds of the night sky. Probably like turned into like Darkrai or something. Just set that shit back.
Just like boom, boom, spins around. See ya, bitch. Bah! I wonder if he can like transform into anyone except
Legendaries.
Either legendaries or just Arceus.
Probably.
It's like that like forbidden fruit thing. You can do everyone, including me, but don't do me.
Don't do me.
I don't give a fuck about anyone else. Don't do me.
Unless I ask you. Yeah.
Unless I tell you to. But not me.
Unless I'm trying to pull some shady shit, but I need to. But anyway, yeah, sends it back. Mewtwo gets hit. He's like, the fuck? So they start fighting because Mewtwo's a salty bitch. And then Ash is just stuck on a fucking high tower while these other people are battling together. And then Mew and Mewtwo come down and they're just like talking. Meowth's translating. He's like, hey man, we're all in the same world, you know, we're all Pokemon. And Mewtwo's like, barely. And he's like, dude, stop being so emo. And then Mew's like, we don't need special powers to make us great Pokemon. And Mewtwo's like, oh, is that a challenge, bitch? My Pokemon don't need their powers. And in the original movie, he's like, psh. And like, he's like, there, I took away my Pokemon's special attacks. And this one, he's just like, psh. Fuck you. It's like, there's no explanation for what you're doing. Fucking explain something, please. And these people are just taking out the great parts of this movie and just replacing them with longer parts of this movie. Which, so these Pokemon just start fucking fist fighting, fucking Charizard biting another Charizard's neck, and you're just waiting for the blood. And
because it looks fucking gruesome.
Yeah, but the blood never comes. And then all the time Mew and Mewtwo are fighting. Everybody's super depressed. Like, they shouldn't be doing this. Nurse Joy's like, Pokemon shouldn't be fighting. I mean, at least not like this. It's like, oh, fuck you too, Nurse Joy. She's like, fuck, them fighting is my livelihood. At least not like this. You know, controlled environment.
Controlled environment. You know, not to the death.
Just close.
Close enough, though.
Close enough. Anyways.
Yeah, rack up that bill.
Ash is over here trying to climb down this fucking tower, then eventually climbs down, lands on the stairs, and just flat out is just in pain. And you can see it in a lot more in the new movie, which is cool, because he just like, oh god, fuck. And in the original movie, he's like, god, like, gets up, falls down another thing.
What they don't show is like it's 5 minutes of Ash is there going like, mother fucker. Fuck. Like everyone just gets quiet and then just look and they just see Ash. Motherfucker. God damn it. The pain.
Arceus, damn it. Ah. But anyway, he ends up back on the ground. Mew and Mewtwo come down in these fucking sick orbs of light in the original movie, but is also pretty sick in this new movie because it's just like this weird aura and they look like they're going Super Saiyan. And then they just clash and it's a burst of energy. And everybody's like, whoa. And everybody else is just kind of just tapped out at this moment. Meowth number 2 goes to the other Meowth and he's like, meow. Meowth's like, eh. They're just kind of like, whatever. I guess they're just not combative for cats.
They don't give a fuck, man.
But we also see Clone Pikachu and he is ready to throw the fuck down. And Pikachu's like, nah, son, nah. And in the original movie, which probably the biggest thing that pisses me off in the original movie. You see these Pokemon, everything's like very, very somber music. Everybody's like, no, this shouldn't be happening. They're basically brothers and sisters and blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, speaking of brother, in the original movie, it's like, brother, my brother, tell me what we're fighting for. We've got to end this war. And when you're a kid and you're just feeling that, you're like, fuck, I should go apologize to my brother. And it's like, we love this. And it's like, we should love one another. And you're just like, fuck, you're right, Pokemon, I should love my brother. And there's just like such a sad moment, and it adds so much weight to it. And then Charizard's fucking biting each other's necks. Pikachu's like slow slapping each other. And OG Pikachu's just taking the hits, like turn the other cheek, Pikachu. And, and then Mew and Mewtwo come down, they're battling it out and stuff. And Ash is like, somebody should stop this fighting. And everybody's like...
Because before he comes down, he like overlooks the entire fight, right? Again, with the music, it's like even more like, oh, fuck. Because he's like seeing all of them like fuck each other up. When this one, he just probably like looks like, cool. I should stop this.
So no music in this new one, and it just kind of cheapens the scene, and it really sucks because it's such an emotional part of an emotional movie and a very strong, heavy movie. And but Ash is like, somebody's got to stop this, and he's just kind of on the floor and like barely standing, and he's like, someone's got to stop this, and everyone's just kind of like, nah. And he's like, I guess it's me again. So
I didn't raise my hand.
Not it.
Yeah, not it.
And so he's like, fuck, okay. He rushes them, and Mew and Mewtwo are about to attack each other while the other Pokemon are just fucking tired. They're just down for the count. And Ash is like, everybody stop! And then he gets hit by the energy beam. Massive disregard for his fucking safety.
Yeah, again.
And then big flash of light. He comes down just gracefully, like, hits the floor, starts turning to stone. And then Pikachu's like, binga, binga, binga. And he's like, bro, he's dead. And Mewtwo's like, fool, trying to stop our Pokemon battle. And Ash is just kind of out of it. He's dead. He's turned to stone.
Yeah, he got Medusa'd.
He got Medusa'd real hard. And then Pikachu's like, and then the other Pokemon see, and his friends are just kind of like, Ash, get up. And Pikachu's like, dude, they're calling you. Gotta get up. And then all the other Pokemon for some reason start crying because it's such a fucking tragedy that this dumb young man just threw himself in the middle of a Pokemon battle knowing he was gonna die, and that was his choice.
With two highly powerful legendary Pokemon.
Yes. So everybody starts crying, and in the original movie, this is where the story comes in with the Pokemon healing tears.
Well,
and stuff.
You're also forgetting that Pikachu's not just like going Pika Pika. He's like trying.
Oh yeah, he's trying to electrocute Ash because he's like, remember we used to do this? Remember?
Get that heartbeat going. Like defib him essentially, like Pika.
But in the original movie, it's such a heavy scene because again, somber music. Everybody's like tearing up. Pikachu's just trying his best to resuscitate his father / best friend. / brother / child / brother. And then
wait, no, yeah, because Pikachu's a girl.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Yes. So it's just so sad, and there's a lot of weight into it. And in this movie, there's a lot missing, and it's cheapening the scene, and it's aggravating because this is what they had the fucking audacity to put crying Pikachu as the thumbnail for Netflix. And everybody's like, I'm going to feel this. And then you don't feel this.
Which is a recurring theme of the entire movie.
Yes. Thank God it's one of the last. So everybody starts crying. Then Pikachu starts crying. All their tears start magically floating towards Ash. He starts glowing. And then he comes back and he's like, I'm a new man.
No, he doesn't even fucking realize what happened. He just go like,
he's like, hey, what's up, everybody? And Pikachu's like,
the fuck's up with you?
And then Mewtwo's just kind of like, the fuck? And he bails out because he's like, not me. It wasn't me. And Mew's like, it wasn't me either. And they're just kind of just standing there and everybody's kind of lovey-dovey. And then this is where you kind of get the speech, the really strong speech that Mewtwo has, that it's like, it doesn't matter who we are, where we come from. It is what you do with the gift of life that defines who you are. And it's like, okay, at least you guys kept that. And then they come down and it's like, dude, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm going to bail out with the clones. And so he starts floating all the clones, even the ones that can fly for some reason. And they start bailing out. And then Mewtwo's like, I'm going to peace out. We're going to go somewhere where we can live. I learned a lot from this encounter. But perhaps for you, these memories or this encounter should best be forgotten. And so he uses his psychic abilities to open up a fucking hole of light under these people and just sucks them all in. And then they end up back at the boathouse thing, the shipyard. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's by the water. And then everybody going through the same thing of, you guys can't go out there. There's a monsoon. But this time, everybody fucking listens to the cop and the person that knows what the fuck they're talking about. And then Nurse Joy is like, if anybody needs to use a Pokemon Center, because I'm here this time, you can use it as a shelter. Follow me. And so everybody follows Nurse Joy. Everything's changed. Mewtwo fucked with time or space. I don't know what the fuck happened. But then Ash is like, damn, that sucks. Why are we here? This is way off our beaten path. And they're just like, I don't know. It's like, well, it sucks we can't go outside. Oh my God, the sun's out. And Ash runs outside and he's like, yeah. And then he sees Mew kind of very, very far off in the distance, just flying in the clouds. Everybody's like, the fuck you looking at? He's like, on my first day of my journey, I saw a really rare Pokemon and I think I saw another one. And there's like, let's go. Fuck this kid. And then credits roll. It's disappointing. I want to go back and watch the original movie. I probably will. Then in the end credits of this movie, I'm not sure if it happened in the original one, but they show Mew-Two and the other clone Pokemon find the island that we find them in the next movie, which is Mew-Two Returns. And it's a less great movie than this one. But it's foreshadowing and that's pretty much it. And the comparisons are very, very wide because this movie was upsetting and I am upset. So yeah, I can go on longer, but we have a lot more things to talk about. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Mewtwo Returns Evolution. And believe it or not, it's about half an hour shorter than the last time we did this.
That it is.
So, final thoughts. I really hope that they don't do I hope that they don't do Pokemon 2000 like this. Nope. If they do, then they need to learn from some feedback. And basically, if you're going to make a shot-for-shot remake, just fucking do it.
Just do actual shot-for-shot.
Yeah, just go full in. Yeah, and it has to be word for word, too, because otherwise, if you want to add some stuff in there, yeah, but make...
Word for word, beat for beat, shot for shot. Make corrections where they're necessary.
Keep things in there that make the movie so great. For me, I'm actually very disappointed in this movie. Because it's missing all the things that made it great to me and all the things that made the message stand out and resonate with people for decades after they watched it. So yeah, that was my bitch episode. That's it. It is a good movie, so go watch it. It's on Netflix if you have it. If not, if you got to sail the seas, then do it. But yeah, I wish it had been better. I expected more. But yeah, I'm glad they made the corrections that they made. The art style I got over. Initially, I thought it was shit, but I got over it a lot. Everything was fun. It's just my big remarks and my biggest gripes is that they took away everything that I felt made this movie just fantastic. So yeah, I think that's it.
Alrighty.
A lot of animating to do for me.
Yes.
And John.
Yes, there is. Well, anyways, that's been another episode of the TopCup podcast. A shorter one this time, hopefully. Just Daniel wanted to really get that out there.
I did.
Like I said, we did record this last time. It didn't really work out technologically wise, unfortunately. So hopefully this one still quality wise, you know? I've been yawning a lot, and it's not because I'm bored. Well, I just didn't get great sleep. That's why. I'm sorry. It's not I'm bored of him. Sometimes I do get, but that's fine. Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw and you want to consider subscribing, please do. Or leave a like or drop a comment down below. If you want to follow us on other, well, no, I said follow us, but I meant to say if you want to watch us or listen to us on other platforms, like I said earlier, you can check us out on all podcasting platforms for all audio listeners. And you can continue watching us here on YouTube. Either way works. If you want to catch us on social media, follow us individually or as a group, you can find us at, my handles and Daniel's handles. Bah! Or you can follow the channel social media.
TopCup Vids.
TopCup Vid.
Yes.
TopCup Vids.
For audio listeners, if you want to follow us individually, my handles on Instagram and Twitter would be your buddy Danny. And then John's would be John Oyavides for Instagram and Clingy Mite on Twitter.
There you go.
Yes.
And if you're lazy, all the links for those are down in the description below. For YouTube. Anyways.
So,
anyways.
Until next time.
Until next time,
John.
People.
Love you, buddy.
Thank you.
Everyone out there, audio listeners especially, because we appreciate you and our numbers need to go back.
But seriously, do just go to YouTube.
Yes. I mean, everybody out there, love you. And thanks for listening to me vent. And please leave your own comments on the video of how you felt about it, because I really want to see if I'm just the odd one out. Anyway.
Yeah. Catch you guys later. See you.
Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
God.